Hey, welcome back to another edition of Everything Football 62. I'm your host, Jonathan Big Tex Johnson, aka Uncle Tex, aka Professor Tex. Before we get started, smash the like button, share with a friend. Got any questions, comments, concerns? Leave them below, and we're gonna jump right up into the show right here. It's week 5, dude. I didn't fare good at all, man. I thought I was on. I've been on the road the past 3 weeks, dude. I went 6-8 this week. 6-8. Uh, yeah, it was some I was on the fence that I know I should have picked, but I didn't pick, but I picked them anyway. So fast, I picked them. So I went 6-8 this week. But I'm gonna go over this past 5, week 5, and then we're gonna jump over into week 6 for my picks then. And I might have a little something I want to break down to you guys about. Washington, Chicago. I picked Chicago. That was one of my upset picks. I figured that was going to happen. It was time for Justin Fields to come out. They did what they did. Washington needs assistance all across the board. Jacksonville, Buffalo. I thought this game for me it was a toss up. It actually was a toss up for me anyway. It's a toss up, but I was like, I'm like, Bills is hot. Like I said, Bills are hot, and they should be able to get with it and whatnot. And they didn't. Jacksonville came out, played ball and whatnot, and evidently, I don't know. I don't know if this is how Diggs act or whatever. You up there, they had the iPad, smash it down. He's mad about something. So, but that's why receivers. That's how them guys get or whatever. Atlanta and Houston. I actually picked Houston to sit up there and do that. CJ Stroud still had a pretty good game. Uh, Atlanta showed some guts and whatnot. Got them. Those are two young teams. Their quarterback actually showed up, played a little ball and whatnot, and that got him over that. That got him over the top. Detroit, Carolina, no surprise there. No surprise at all. Detroit, the coach has changed over there, which from a football fan standpoint of view, that's a good thing to see. Tennessee and Indianapolis. Oh yeah, I think I called Tennessee to win this one. Indianapolis came through. Anthony Richardson playing some good ball, but at the same time, I think he got hurt again. So that's young in the season, but that's still kind of concerning. New York and Miami. Oh, you already knew what was going to happen there. You already knew what was going to happen there. I've been seeing a lot of this ball that's being played by Daniel Jones, and I still basically see this guy, and he's in the biggest market, and this guy still gets a pass. This guy still gets a pass. This guy's been in the league going on 4 or 5 years. I don't think this guy threw 24, 25. I don't think he's thrown 20 touchdowns in the season. He threw 15 last year. He gets all that money, and I don't hear none of them talking about. But I'm hearing all a lot of these. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to take it easy because they're black or whatever like that, this, that, and the other. You criticize, but it's the venom that I see. But I don't see a venom with a lot of some of these other quarterbacks. So, but that might be just me. But I may talk about that sometime this week coming up. New Orleans, New England. Yeah, man. Everything said no, but New England is in trouble, man. New Orleans played ball, put 34 points up there. Carr played a little bit good ball and stuff like that. Seen Kamara pop up in there. Got Taysom Hill and all them guys running around there. Michael Thomas is playing and stuff like that. And the Saints, Saints is climbing back up in there. So I didn't think New England would do that. But yeah, New England got a goose egg. That don't happen with them guys. It's been a long time. Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I watched that whole game. Think about they had to be like 6 to 8 drop passes that they dropped for Lamar. You can't win ball games like that. They should have mopped the floor with Pittsburgh, and they didn't. Pittsburgh hung around, and they didn't do things. And like I said, sometimes, even though Lamar doesn't have to play Superman in this particular offense, in this game, it's when things are just not going right, you got to play Superman. He got to pick and choose the time when it was time for him to play Superman. And Jokers is dropping balls left and right. Odell Beckham out the game. I don't know what's going on with that guy. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know. I'm tired of him hurt everything. This joke, I ain't gonna get going into that. I've already talked about that before. Showed me something. Philadelphia and LA. Figured Philly was gonna do that. Jalen Hurts did his thing and whatnot. Him and AJ Brown. Them guys hooking up, linking up and stuff like that. Wasn't that surprised by that at all. Uh, Rams still got some things they got to go on, but I picked that one. Cincinnati and Arizona picked that one. Jamar Chase, big game. He said he's always fucking open, so I guess he's open. Got caught for like 15 ball for 2 something or whatever like that. So that makes him happy or whatever. But we'll see what happens. Up and down team or whatever. That game was actually close. Go back and check the highlights. It was at one time it was 24-20. Mistakes. Fumbled the ball in the wrong place at the wrong time. The game was close. It wasn't. It ended up because they give a last turnover, but it was right there. It was 24-20 at one time. But that's what happens. Another game, New York. I picked Denver to win this one. Russell Wilson not having bad years statistically, but it's like had an opportunity with this one. That game was close. What was it? Was it 24-21? I think something like that. Had an opportunity. Had about a minute or two left. He's trying to scramble out the pocket, running for his life. Ball gets swatted out of his hand, fumble, pick it up. Then you know the rest. And it's all kind of grumblings going over that, man. But yeah. But that guy, my man, I guess it's Brees Hall back. I say, yeah, Jets got something. They got to get their quarterback to play. They got stifling defense. They got a good defense, and they have a good back. That man stayed healthy. Good back. Got some couple of good receivers. Be all right. Kansas City and Minnesota. Now I'm starting to hear all of this talk because now these phantom penalties. Now you go to Twitter or X or whatever the hell Musk call that shit now. Now it's all these conspiracy theories and everybody's breaking down tape. Look at this whole. I can pretty much do that for every game. I can probably do that for every play, right? So the human factor is going to be in there. But I'm like, again, you know, Kansas City, they won the game. Kirk Cousins took the sack. Kirk Cousins does what Kirk Cousins does in primetime TV. Enough said. Dallas and San Francisco, come on, man. All of that talk. I think they sacked Purdy one time. They bottled up Christian McCaffrey pretty good. They bottled him up. I think he had like almost 20 carries and barely 50 yards. I mean, he's only getting like 2.7 a carry. So they were licking him up pretty good. The other back had a nice run, 26-yard run, basically to ice the game, put the game out. I thought Dallas came back when it was 14. When they was 14-0, then they got 14-7 to Turpin. I said, okay, we got something, and then shit just went downhill from that. But the turnovers. San Francisco right now is playing the best ball in the NFL right now, and whatnot. Green Bay and Las Vegas. I picked Green Bay because I think of Love. Love is a smooth guy, but I'm like, they still had an opportunity to still win that game, and but Vegas got up in there and whatnot. A lot of talk gonna be about now what you do because the number 9 actually that was going to be a touchdown. Dude did the horse collar, which stopped him. So it's like if you can't catch him no other way, so you can horse collar him, but how do you assess that? Because he's probably going to score, but you had the horse collar. So it's gonna be a lot of talk about it with that, man. But yeah, I went 6-8, man, and whatnot, and it is what it is, man. But you know, we're gonna look into this week here. We're gonna go into this week here and whatnot, and see what I'm gonna be able to do here. Yeah, man. Kansas City and Denver playing. I'm taking KC all day. Tennessee and Baltimore. Baltimore got to win this, and I see Lamar breaking out. I see them getting off. I see them getting off. And this is over there. And I got to remember because 2 Sundays in a row I've missed the morning game. Washington, Atlanta. Got to give it to Washington. I see Washington pulling something up here. I don't think Atlanta's right there yet, but I think Washington might get them and whatnot. Minnesota, Chicago. I'm taking Chicago. Minnesota then lost Justin Jefferson. It's trade rumors, all of that stuff going on right now, and you don't know what's going on. And I just see that they're starting to fall apart like stewed chicken after going 13-3 or 13-4 last year, or whatever they went and whatnot. But again, season's still young, but that's not looking good for them over there. Cincinnati. I'm taking Seattle on this one. Taking Seattle in the upset. This game, that wild card game, that game was close. It was there. End up turnovers in the wrong time, wrong place. They was playing right there with them and whatnot. And I think they're going to have a little revenge factor going on for that. So I think Seattle can creep up and get it because Cincinnati's like this. I can see Cincinnati laying a dud coming up. San Francisco, Cleveland. I'm taking San Fran. Cleveland, I don't know what's going on with Deshaun Watson. It's been hush up on that. He had a rough game first game or second game, come back, balled out, then didn't play against, I forgot who they played, didn't play against Baltimore because of his shoulder. And you got people started to talk about him and stuff like that. So I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, man, in the span of 2 to 3 years, this guy went from what to a delight to all of a sudden now he's some type of serial fucking rapist. He does this to women, and now they questioning his plan. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. New Orleans and Houston. I'm gonna take New Orleans. I'm going to take New Orleans on that one. Take New Orleans. Indianapolis. This is good. Should be a good game. I'm taking JVL though. I'm taking the spinner. Etnine, and all them guys like that. I'm taking them guys. You got what's my man's name? Calvin Ridley over there and whatnot. Resurgence after the little gambling crap and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm taking them. New England. For the third week in a row, I am going to go with New England because Belichick has got to beat McDaniels. He's got to beat him. He does not beat McDaniels. That's the end of the Belichick era. I just see that if that doesn't happen. Detroit and Tampa Bay, I'm taking Detroit. Arizona and LA, I'm taking LA. Philly and New York. I'm taking Philly all day with a Philly cheesesteak. Should be a good game, though. Wouldn't be surprised. But, again, that quarterback is good. If it's Aaron Rodgers, we might be talking a different story, man. Giants and Buffalo, I'm taking Buffalo. They should put up a 40 burger on New York Giants if they're not bickering and bitching amongst each other or end up turning into bickering bills like it was back in 88, 89 with Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas, for those that remember all that and whatnot. But yeah, man, but those are my picks for week 6, Big Tex picks and stuff for week 6. Yeah, and tomorrow, what I'm gonna end up doing, I could do it now, but I want to get a few more things. I'm going to break down to you and let me say this real quick and look at it this way. People say the best team, San Francisco, playing the best football, right? And all that stuff, them, Philly, and different games like different teams like that. This is what I look for right now. At this particular point, the best team, the champion, who's the reigning champion? Kansas City. Has anybody knocked them off yet? No. Who's the best team in the NFC? Who's the reigning champion in the NFC? Philly. Anybody knocked them off? No. So everybody's playing this. So all of that narrative is going to change soon as the last regular season game is played. Now, if any of those guys get bumped off, I got it. But right now, you got to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And nobody has beaten Philly as of yet. Philly is the reigning NFC champ, NFC conference champ. So until anybody, they're still a team to beat. And Kansas City, still a team to beat. Those are still the 2 teams to beat. Everybody else is just trying to get that to the tournament, to get that to the playoffs, to play to try to knock them off. If something doesn't happen between them and that time, they can get knocked off in the middle of the season. I get that and whatnot. I don't get caught up in all that Power 5 ranking. That shit's for college. You play who you play. People talk about a weak schedule. They're professional football players. There's no such thing as a fucking weak schedule. All of them play in the NFL. So there's no such thing as a fucking weak schedule. No such thing as a weak schedule. You get that in college. You get that in high school. You don't get that in pro because you never can tell what's going to happen because these are all NFL professional teams. So that Power 5 ranking shit means absolutely nothing. Means nothing. Okay? So let's cut that crap out. So yeah, them guys are playing good football and stuff like that, but San Francisco still got to beat the King. San Francisco still got to beat the King. Buffalo, Cincinnati, they still got to beat Kansas City. Still got to beat Kansas City. That still has to happen. Until then, those are the 2 teams to beat. Those are the reigning champions of the AFC, NFC, as well as the champion of the NFL is the Kansas City Chiefs until somebody beat them and whatnot. And I'm going to give a breakdown tomorrow about the San Francisco 49ers and a litany of quarterbacks and what they've done in the past 12 years. What they've done in the 12 years and whatnot. And they're still, at this time, still trying to find that quarterback to fit the bill to take them back to their glory days of when it was Montana and that of Steve Young. But I'm gonna hit that up tomorrow before we turn the game on tomorrow. Like I tell you guys all the time, there's no greatest of all time. No time still going on. And like I say all the time, numbers don't mind getting emotional. People do. You guys have a good one.